The life you know is nothing more than a front. Every decision you make, every step you take seems to stem from your own will, doesn't it? But what if I told you that there's something far greater, something hidden, shaping every detail of your reality without you even noticing? An invisible system, meticulously designed, that responds to your smallest thoughts and subtlest fears. Chance doesn't control the game, you do. Yet, until now, no one has bothered to show you how to use this power to your advantage. Why do some people seem to have everything at their fingertips, while others remain trapped in an endless cycle of struggles? It's not about effort or talent. It's about a silent force, hidden in the shadows, that governs what you believe is possible. Everything you've been told about how the world works has been carefully crafted to keep you in the dark, disconnected from your true power. There's a reason why you feel something is missing, even when you seem to be doing everything right. That emptiness isn't a coincidence. It's the absence of knowledge that's been taken from you. But now, the curtain is beginning to fall. What once seemed like an unattainable secret is about to be revealed. This isn't just another discussion about reality. It's a doorway to an understanding that few dare to explore. You're about to discover that everything you believe to be unchangeable can, in fact, be altered, and that the control you thought you didn't have has always been in your hands. The only question left is, are you ready to see what's been hidden in plain sight? The answer, it seems, has been waiting for you all along. Reality is not what it seems. Beneath the predictable routines of daily life lies a hidden force, a kind of invisible system that responds directly to what you think, feel, and observe. Whether or not you believe it, the game is already in motion, and you're playing it every second. While most people live thinking they're victims of circumstances, few realize they are the true architects of the board they play on. Everything is connected. Every thought, every intention, every emotion sends a command to the universe, activating what we call quantum reality. This reality isn't solid, it's fluid, malleable, and ever-changing. It bends to your focus and dances to the frequency of your vibrations. What you perceive as luck or destiny is nothing more than the exact reflection of your attention. At every moment, you're fine-tuning the scenery of your existence, whether you're aware of it or not. Now imagine with me, how many times have you repeated patterns that felt inevitable? Situations that seemed to occur as if the universe were conspiring against you. But here's the secret that few understand. There is no external conspiracy. The true driving force lies within you, in your higher self, in the power that governs your perception. It's not the world that insists on spinning in the same direction, but your mind projecting the same images onto it again and again. The truth is that everything can change, but only when you alter what's feeding the system. This is where the game reveals itself in its deepest essence. The world around you is an extension of what's happening inside you. And if every piece on the board is reacting to what you emit, wouldn't it make sense to start questioning what's shaping those emissions? This is the moment when the rules begin to unravel, leading you to uncover what truly blocks or enhances your ability to manipulate this invisible field. There's something profoundly unsettling about realizing that what you see is not reality. It's merely your version of it. Every sight, every thought, every sensation is filtered through an invisible veil, woven throughout your life with threads of beliefs, fears, and conditioning that you might not even know you carry. This veil is no accident. It has been carefully placed before your eyes, shaping how you perceive the world, and limiting what you believe is possible. And the most sinister part, most people never realize they're trapped within this illusion. At every moment, the system around you reinforces this veil. From alarming headlines that consume your attention to societal expectations that dictate how you should live, everything conspires to keep you disconnected from your inner power, reacting automatically to external stimuli. Fear is this system's most effective weapon. It keeps you in a constant state of alertness, focused on what could go wrong rather than what could be created. And in doing so, the veil strengthens, imprisoning your mind in repetitive cycles. But there's something they don't want you to discover. This veil is not indestructible. It's an illusion sustained by your focus, by the attention you give to imposed limitations. Picture the world as a fogged-up lens that can be cleared. With every doubt you question and every belief you challenge, new clarity emerges. For example, start observing your own thoughts when something unexpected happens. How often do you automatically assume the worst? That perception is a reflection of the veil, not reality. Breaking through this barrier changes everything. What once seemed chaotic suddenly reveals a sublime order, where every detail begins responding to what you emit. And as the veil starts to dissolve, the next inevitable step is even deeper. Understanding how what you feed with your attention becomes the foundation of your very existence. Everything in the universe vibrates, pulses, and responds. But what determines where that energy flows? The answer lies in something incredibly simple, yet profoundly transformative: your focus. Where your attention lingers, energy follows. It's like an invisible current that connects your thoughts to the material world, generating what you experience as reality. What most people don't realize is that this current never stops flowing, even when you feed it with fears, doubts, or fragmented intentions. This constant flow can either be the key to your freedom or the root of your imprisonment. Picture a plant you wish to grow, but instead of watering it directly, you scatter the water aimlessly around it. Without focus, energy dissipates and growth becomes impossible. On the other hand, when your attention is clear and intentional, energy concentrates like a beam of light, nourishing exactly what you want to flourish. This is the secret that transforms a vague desire into a concrete manifestation. Whether it's an opportunity, a meaningful connection, or a synchronicity that redirects the course of your life. The issue is that most people don't understand the impact their scattered thoughts have on this energy. They dwell on what they don't want, feed scenarios of failure, and reinforce fear without realizing they're creating the perfect conditions for those very situations to manifest. It's like pressing the same button on a machine repeatedly, expecting it to produce a different result. Breaking this cycle requires learning how to consciously redirect your attention to what raises your vibration and resonates with what you truly want to create. When this redirection happens, something fascinating begins to emerge. What once felt stagnant starts to move. Doors that seemed closed swing open, and you finally access the control that has always been within reach. But there's still a silent obstacle that must be addressed: the invisible force of resistance that keeps energy stuck and perpetuates the same results. Resistance is a silent force, almost imperceptible yet incredibly powerful. It's like an invisible current that traps your energy in repetitive patterns, causing the same situations to arise again and again. Whenever you fight against something, a fear, a painful memory, or even an internal rejection of who you are, that struggle creates an energetic knot. And here's the most intriguing part: the universe responds by amplifying what you resist. perpetuating the cycle you so desperately wish to escape. Think back to a time when you tried to avoid a problem at all costs, only for it to grow even larger. This isn't a coincidence. It's the direct reflection of a cosmic law governing energy. What you resist persists. It's like pulling a rope taut. The harder you resist, the more tension builds. That tension doesn't simply vanish. It reverberates through your actions, emotions, and vibrations, shaping your reality in alignment with the very conflict you're trying to avoid. The root of this resistance often lies in unresolved traumas and fears. Rejecting a painful experience doesn't make it disappear. It creates an internal prison. For instance, someone who's experienced rejection might unconsciously avoid new connections, perpetuating the isolation they fear most. This resistance acts as a filter, distorting your perception and keeping you locked in the same cycle. It's almost as if the universe is saying, until you face this, you'll remain here. But something remarkable happens when you recognize this dynamic and stop fighting. The energy that once seemed like an obstacle transforms into a flow. Suddenly, the impossible becomes accessible, the weight dissolves, and you realize there's a way beyond constant struggle. And this leads to an even deeper realization: the delicate balance between releasing control and directing your intention. The ultimate secret doesn't lie in controlling everything around you, but in mastering the delicate balance between holding on and letting go. It's in this almost imperceptible space that true magic unfolds. Trying to control every aspect of your life is like clutching sand in your hands. The tighter your grip, the more it slips away. But letting go entirely can leave you adrift, without direction. The key is to guide your intention with clarity while allowing the universe's flow to do its part. This balance is much like navigating a boat. You adjust the sails to catch the right wind, but you don't control the wind itself. When you understand that the force of the universe harmonizes with your intentions, letting go of excessive control becomes less frightening and more liberating. This dance between focus and surrender is what allows you to access positive lifelines, those versions of your reality where everything seems to flow effortlessly. However, surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting. Trusting in quantum reality. Trusting that what you desire is already in motion, even if you can't see it yet. Often, it's in this space of apparent uncertainty that the greatest manifestations arise. Like a bow being drawn back before the arrow is released, you need a moment of surrender to gain the momentum necessary to reach what you desire. In this balance, something profound occurs. You start to see that fear, pride, and anger, feelings that once seemed unavoidable, are actually tools used to distort your attention and keep you trapped in old patterns. But when you learn to step beyond these traps, everything shifts. Fear is the master architect of invisible prisons. It doesn't just paralyze, it manipulates, steering your attention toward what you most wish to avoid. This isn't a simple trap. It's a meticulously designed system meant to keep you disconnected from your inner power. Fear, anger, and pride are its most effective tools, shaping your choices and narrowing your vision until chaos feels inevitable. Consider how fear is fueled daily. Alarming news headlines, conflicts on social media, and endless societal expectations. Everything is designed to keep you locked in survival mode. When you're busy trying to avoid problems, your energy and attention scatter. Without realizing it, you end up creating exactly what you fear. This is the essence of social conditioning, diverting your energy away from cosmic wealth and conscious manifestation into a repetitive cycle of stagnation. This system works so well because it operates on the deepest levels of the subconscious. Imagine someone who's grown up hearing that money is the root of all evil. Even if they aspire to wealth, their subconscious will sabotage every attempt at success. This conditioning creates an internal conflict, a cycle of resistance that blocks the energy needed to manifest a new reality. Recognizing these programs is the first step to escaping the trap. Once you begin to see the pattern behind these emotions, everything changes. What once felt like an unshakable truth reveals itself as a carefully constructed illusion. Escaping this prison requires more than awareness. It demands a method, a practice that not only dissolves fear, but redirects your attention toward what you truly desire. Acceptance is an act of strength. When everything around you feels like chaos, the instinct is to resist, fight, or flee. But here lies a truth that few understand. Resistance is what keeps the problem alive. When you fully accept what is, without trying to deny or hide it, something extraordinary happens. The energy trapped by struggle begins to flow again, creating space for new possibilities. This is the foundation of the accept and redirect method, a simple yet profoundly transformative process. Acceptance doesn't mean agreement or surrender. It means looking at a situation without judgment, freeing yourself from the emotional weight that distorts your perception. Imagine facing a financial challenge. Instead of panicking or denying it, you confront it, accepting its presence in your current reality. This act of acknowledgement removes the power resistance holds over the problem and creates a new opening to shift the energy. The next step is to explore the hidden potential within the obstacle. Every challenge carries an opportunity for growth or transformation. That financial difficulty, for example, might push you to reevaluate your priorities or discover new skills. Redirecting doesn't mean forcing a solution, but guiding your attention toward what you want to create instead of what you fear. Finally, maintain a consistent focus on what you truly want. This combination of acceptance and redirection forms a perfect circuit. It's here that you begin to notice reality responding almost magically, bringing synchronicities and opportunities that align with your intention. But to make this process a permanent part of your life, one last step is necessary, a technique that turns this method into a natural, unshakable habit. There are moments in life when it feels like every force in the universe is working against you. Nothing flows. The same challenges resurface, and the sensation of being trapped in an endless cycle becomes almost unbearable. What few people realize is that this state of stagnation isn't just a reflection of external circumstances. It's a direct manifestation of blocked energy within you. This is where the ultimate release technique comes in, a practice designed to free that energy and set it back in motion, like a river breaking through a dam. The first step in this technique is to identify what's holding your energy captive. This requires honesty and courage, as it often involves confronting feelings, fears, and situations you may have avoided for years. If you're facing financial struggles, for instance, take a moment to sit quietly and bring the situation to mind. Allow yourself to feel the discomfort without trying to fix it or escape from it. Observe it as if you were watching a film. This act of acknowledgement is powerful because it dismantles the resistance that keeps the problem alive. The next step is release, and your breath becomes your most vital tool here. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, holding it for a few seconds before exhaling slowly and fully. As you exhale, visualize the tension leaving your body, carrying away the heaviness of the blocked energy. Repeat this process several times, imagining the energy dissolving into lightness. Don't rush this step. Let the release happen naturally and at its own pace, trusting your body and mind to guide you. With the energy freed, the third step is to redirect it. Choose a clear focus, something deeply meaningful that resonates with your highest desires. It could be financial stability, personal harmony, or any goal that feels authentic to your heart. Write this intention down or hold it firmly in your mind while continuing to breathe deeply. Visualize this intention as a glowing light radiating outward, creating a powerful connection to the universe. Don't worry about how it will happen. Instead, feel as though it already exists. This daily practice turns your focus into a magnet for the reality you wish to manifest. As you incorporate this technique into your life, something remarkable begins to unfold. The obstacles that once felt immovable start to shift. Signs, synchronicities, and unexpected opportunities begin to appear, signaling that your reality is aligning with your vibration. While practicing, consider sharing your experiences in the comments below, whether it's a small breakthrough or a profound realization. Sharing your journey not only strengthens your intentions, but also inspires others to embrace their own power to change. And here's the most extraordinary part. What once seemed impossible now feels natural. The ultimate release technique doesn't just dissolve resistance. It reshapes your connection to the universe, making manifestation an effortless extension of who you are. With this tool at your disposal, the question isn't whether change is possible, it's how far you're willing to let it take you. The next step is yours to take, and the shift begins the moment you decide to act.